Well, and I'm also looking here at a picture. Your dad was, I mean, he knew the significance of Hollywood. You know, Hollywood just throws things away. But I see a picture here with Ernie Borgnine and your dad, Torpedo Run, and right behind Ernie's head is a depth gauge or a gauge
from that movie.
And we've got that.
Yep,
he got that.
Yeah, no, he made a conscious effort. He was a collector. You know,
well, to the point on Gilda, there's two things.
You
that
do.
Are phenomenal.
You have a couple of things from the Gilda days. Yes. No, he would collect things, and he would do a movie, and you know, he'd take if he was in a scene with an ashtray, he'd take the ashtray, and I don't know if he got permission to take these things, but he took them, and that's why we have so much stuff. Mm-hmm. But and there's a lot of stuff I have that I don't know what they're from, which is frustrating. But maybe we'll figure it out. But no,
let's talk about the Gilda items.
The Gilda items. Well, he had a room 303 at Columbia. On all these lots, folks should understand that they had a set of dressing rooms. And normally when you're a big star, you would have a dressing room next to the stage. So after you're done working, you go through the stage door and you go into your dressing room. But when you're a real big contract star, you also have your own dressing room, which is in a building somewhere.
A permanent dressing room.
A permanent dressing room.
I gotcha.
Right. And so his permanent dressing room at Columbia was 303, and he went back there, I guess, when they were modeling, knowing Dad, and he salvaged this 303 on this piece of wood that came off his dressing room door. So that was the number, and that chunk of wood that he wrote on the back of, that was his dressing room, which was next door to Rita Hayworth's dressing room. And
coincidence? I don't think so.
No. The two of them were an item from his teenage years till he was a pallbearer at her funeral. So they were an item to the very end and from the very beginning. There's quite a story, which I hope to tell in my book. But at any rate, and then he also took, you'd have to understand that on these sound stages, they're huge, big sound stages. And
heavy doors,
huge doors, and so there's this wedge of wood that he took, and that was the piece of wood that went under the door when they wanted to hold the door open, when they weren't filming, when they didn't need to be quiet.
And it wasn't any stage; it was
stage five from Columbia, and where they shot Gilda. And he wrote, I don't have it in front of me right now, but he wrote, this is from stage 5, you know, Gilda stage 5.